Hey, Bubba, do you remember, we used to have to go every time. You remember?
To do what?
We had to sign.
Mike?
Hey, Dennis,
I'll just say
good to see you. Yeah.
Go to Mobile to do what?
Yeah, remember every week we had to go to
Oh,
sign.
yeah.
You don't have to do
No,
no
you
more.
have to do all that.
I'm glad they done
No,
that.
I am too. And if you don't spend $1,000, you ain't got to open a checking account.
Yeah.
See, I ain't gonna spend $1,000.
I'm staying about 400
That's what I say, as long as you don't go over
and
that
75.
Hey, Alice.
Hey. Toes. Hey, how are
You doing
you?
all right?
Did you push that chair into me?
I was
Okay,
doing
I was
it.
like, I feel like this space is getting smaller.
Yeah.
Hey.
Congratulations, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Y'all.
Thank you.
Look at that, look at that.
Telling a few of them, I guess. Thank you.
I don't know.
Sometimes I don't know either. That's for sure.
No, that's good, that's good. See how Miss Shirley treats y'all. Keep y'all in line.
Hey, Chris. What's the young people?
How are you?
Hey, Emmett, how you doing?
to our ceremony tonight before our council meeting. Tonight, we're going to recognize three people. One who is staying with us as a promotion, and that's the one we're going to lead off with. And then it'll be followed by two others that'll be kind of ended their career with us here, and we want to wish them well. So tonight, we're going to start with the promotion of Captain Troy Wilcutt to the position of chief. I think he'll become the 9th or the 10th person since 1959 to occupy that position. So we have not had a lot of those. Most of them have stayed for quite a number of years, and we're certainly wishing Troy the very best to get his career started here and hopefully stay with us for a long time and make a good contribution to our community. And then after that's over, we will follow up by the recognizing Miss Jackie Cochran, who had been a jailer dispatcher for us for, I think, over 20 years now, isn't it, Jackie? And a former police officer who retired. Actually, I think he went kind of 10-7 earlier last week from Central, but he had spent about 20 years of his career with us here prior to moving on to Central, where I think he has his family lives, and his father had been a member of that department for a number of years. So we have the Honorable Judge John Williams with us tonight, and Judge Williams has been a judge or prosecutor here with us now for, Lord, I know 25 years, and so we appreciate him coming out to administer the oath of office. So in a few minutes, we'll get up, and Judge Williams will administer the oath of office. We will give Mr. Emmett and a couple of the others who always take pictures a few minutes to take pictures, and we will let Troy address the crowd, and I will open the floor for the council to give any congratulatory remarks or statements they would like to make, and then we'll move on to Ms. Jackie after that. So with that being said, Judge, would you like to go ahead and call Chief Wilcutt now up to the stand? I think he has his daughter with him, so she's going to accompany him up with the Bible.
I, Troy Wilcutt, do most solemnly and sincerely swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of Alabama, that I will enforce the laws and ordinances of the State of Alabama and the City of Satsuma, so long as I serve as Chief of Police of this city, that I will faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of the office and position for which I'm about to enter to the best of my knowledge and ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Just a few words. I stand here before you today, humbled and deeply honored to be chosen for the position of Chief of Police for the City of Satsuma. I want to begin by sincerely thanking Mayor Barlow, the City Council, and the citizens of Satsuma for placing your trust in me. Since joining the Satsuma Police Department in September of 2011, I witnessed the city and the department go through many changes. Through it all, the one thing that remained constant was the unwavering support of the mayor and city council in every step of our progress. More importantly, I've seen time and again how the city of Satsuma stands behind its employees. This commitment the city has to its people across every department is unlike anything I've experienced in my career. The loyalty and support are the very reason that I've chosen to stay here, to grow here, and now to lead here. cannot adequately express how truly grateful I am for the way that this city has treated me, not just professionally, but as a person. That kind of support means everything. It's shaped the way that I view service, leadership, and the community. As your police chief, I pledge to give my absolute best every single day. I will do everything in my power to lead the Satsuma Police Department with integrity, accountability, and honor. My goal is to ensure that we are a just and morally irreproachable department, one that the citizens can continue to be proud of. I thank you again for this incredible opportunity, and I'm excited for what the future holds and look forward to serving with the city of Satsuma to the best of my ability. Thank you.
Thank you. Chief Wilcutt has also served with the Creola Police Department in his career, the Sheriff's Office here in Mobile, and he's also a military veteran who has gone overseas. I know a couple of different times with your career, and served over there. He's helped us implement a lot of programs. Some everybody knows about, a couple of them we don't really talk about a whole lot, but I think it'll be something to help keep our community safe and secure for a long time. So on behalf of all of us up here, we do appreciate everything you've done, and we look forward to you taking the leadership role there and helping us keep the city one of the safest in the state. So thank you. If any of the council has a couple of words, y'all please feel free to go ahead.
Chief, I guess the word's not welcome because you've been here, and I appreciate you and everything that you've done so far, and I'm glad we went ahead and stepped up and made that position for you, and hope for all the success that you could have in the future. Thank you.
Troy, you're a great man, and I've been knowing you until, what, 2012? That long. It's been a long time. So we've been through a lot of stuff, so I'm glad you're the new police chief, and we can work together. Thank you.
Troy, could you help me up front here, or acknowledge before we call Miss Jackie up, so we give her.
Congratulations, Troy.
We're waiting on our time, Troy.
I've enjoyed working with you the last several years, through the fire department stuff and then on the council, so looking forward to many more.
Good luck to you, Chief, and may God bless you.
Troy, I'd like to tell you congratulations also. I don't think this mayor and council could have made a better choice. It was kind of like when the decision came, it was kind of a no-brainer from the leadership you displayed in the last year. So, again, congratulations. Looking forward to working with you.
Okay, our next person is someone that we would like to acknowledge and talk about the 20 years that she has put in here. My knowledge is first, though, Jackie, if you'd like to step on up. Jackie's father also retired here after almost 30 years of service, and she came in not too long after his retirement, some 20 years ago, and has been a jail dispatcher, a very dependable employee for a number of years. And this, to my knowledge, like I said, it's the first time we've had a parent and then that's the child come in and both serve out their career and retire from here. I can read this, Roy. Would you like to read it, or totally up to you? But
I have one that
you go right ahead. And
good evening, everyone. Today we gather to honor someone that's not only been a vital part of of the Satsuma Police Department, but also a trusted friend, a steady presence, and a true example of dedication, Miss Jackie Cosman. Jackie began her journey with Satsuma Police Department back in 2004. For over 2 decades, she served the city with a level of commitment that is both rare and admirable. Personally, I've had the privilege of working alongside Jackie for the last 14 years. And in that time, she's become more than a coworker, she's become family. We've faced a lot together, kind of challenges that test you both professionally and personally. But through every curveball that life has thrown at us, Jackie's remained a constant. She's always been there for me, for every officer, and for this department. Her presence behind the radio has meant more than just a voice at the other end. It's been a reassurance, showing reliability and genuine care. Even when Jackie wasn't on the clock, Jackie still worried about this department and the city. And that's just her. Her heart's always been with Satsuma, and her dedication didn't stop at the end of her shift. Jackie, we thank you for the countless nights, weekends, holidays that you gave up for your service in the city. I also thank you for your loyalty, your friendship, and your unwavering support. You've left a mark on this department that's going to remain forever. And as you move on to this next chapter in life, I hope it's one filled with rest, joy, and time for yourself now. Congratulations on your retirement. You've earned every day of it. Thank you, Jay.
Known Jackie all of her life, so like Troy, so we appreciate it. If you have anything you'd like to say, and this time I am gonna get all the councils instead of moving around. I know some of them, like Randy, know you all your life too. So.
I have too, all our lives, and thank you for many years of service, and you've been a great friend to me over these years.
Jackie, it's good to see you again, and I hope that your retirement is really good for you, okay? And I'll miss you for that.
Thank you for your years of dedication to us, and hearing you on the radio when we're on the fire side of things, keeping us calm was pretty cool. So thank you for all you've done.
Thank you for all your years of service, and I wish you a happy retirement. Enjoy your time.
Yeah, I want to thank you for your service also. I remember the day you hired in. You know, like I say, it was back in '04, and good luck with your retirement.
I consider all y'all family, and you'll always be dear to me. So thank y'all so much for being there for me and me for you.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we're moving on now to another retirement. Like I said earlier tonight, he did not retire from us here at Satsuma, although he spent 20 years of his career here, just like in a very short time, but 20 years with us, and he's seen a lot of change here in the city in 20 years. He was a good friend, still is, and we wanted to wish him well. And so I would just like to give you a little bit of information on Mr. Kent Sellers, Sergeant Sellers, and his retirement. Sergeant Sellers began his journey with the Satsuma Police Department on September the 13th of 2003. For over 19 years, until June 17th of 2022, he served with unwavering dedication, professionalism, and integrity. Through highlights and hardships, Sergeant Sellers was a steady presence. He was dependable, respected, and always committed to doing what was right. Whether monitoring the young officers, protecting our neighborhoods, or working quietly behind the scenes to ensure the safety and well-being of our residents, Sergeant Sellers carried out his duties with dignity and humanity. He didn't seek recognition, he simply did his job, and he did it well. The Sergeant Sellers continued his career with the Central Police Department, where he officially retired on today, July the 1st, 2025. His service to the city of Satsuma will always be remembered as a vital chapter in our department's history. His influence is still felt in the culture, professionalism, and compassion he helped to shape within our ranks. Today, we express our sincere gratitude to Sergeant Kent Sellers, not only for his years of law enforcement service, but also for loyalty and heart he gave to the people of Satsuma. We thank you, Sergeant Sellers, for your courage, your leadership, and your lasting contributions to this community. May your retirement be filled with peace, joy, knowledge, for you have made a difference. You served well. Thank you, and God bless. Sergeant Sellers, would you like to say a word to the crowd we have here tonight?
Yes, sir. First of all, I'd like to thank the mayor and council for recognizing me, and it was a joy to be able to come here and receive a certificate. But especially, I was proud to be able to be here for Jackie, as we spent the whole term together trying to drive each other crazy.
That's good. Thank you.
Congratulations.
What you
Yes,
gonna
sir.
do with all this time? You gonna figure it out?
Congratulations.
Okay, on behalf of all of us up here, we thank our employees. We're going to have a few minutes for pictures, or for any of y'all that would like to come around and speak for a few minutes, and then we'll kind of reconvene in our session for the regular council meeting starting at 6:30. So we do appreciate all of you attending tonight, and thanks for those promotions. Boyd, congratulations, and thank y'all, Jackie and Sergeant Sellers, for what you've done over the years. Thank y'all.
I mean, like what kind of stuff? That's what I'm saying, it's freshwater lake.
No, it's just a zebra. By any chance, do you
Huh?
want to do the invocation? Could you do it?
Okay, are there any
got it.
other
No problem.
freshwater
No
lakes
problem.
around here, or are they saltwater lakes?
Okay. I don't think they're close, real close, they're coming down this way.
Yeah. I don't agree with it.
Okay, good evening. I would like to call the council to order for our regular meeting of July the 1st, 2025. Quick reminder, if you have cell phones, please turn them to off or silent so they won't interrupt the meeting. As always, our first thing is invocation followed by the pledge. So momentarily, I'm going to ask that you stand, remove your hats, and I'll lead us in a word of prayer tonight. It's my night, as we always rotate it around. And if you would, at the end of the prayer, please remain standing for the pledge. So if you would, please stand. Dear Heavenly Father, we ask that you be with us tonight. Please help us to address the needs and concerns of our city. Please help us to make decisions that are good for all of us. Please help us to make this community to be what we know it can be. We ask that you watch over all of our workers. We ask that you be with the people in our community that's lost loved ones, and be with those who are sick. It's this and all things that we pray in your precious name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on, Jessica, could you give us a roll call, please?
Councilmember Little,
Present.
Councilmember Butler,
Present.
Councilmember Skelton,
Present.
Councilmember Reese,
Present.
Councilmember Phillips,
Here.
Mayor Barlow.
Here, please let the record reflect that all of the elected officials are here tonight. Also yourself, the city attorney, Mr. Minus, along with the various department heads. The next thing, number 4, is our agenda for tonight. We emailed this along with the minutes to you, I think, last Friday afternoon. So if everybody agrees, if not, if it's something we need to add on, just let me know. But if not, I need a motion to approve the agenda as distributed.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Ms. Reese. It was seconded by Mr. Skelton to approve the agenda for tonight's meeting. Any discussion? All of those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Moving to number 5, approval of the minutes from our past meeting, which was held on June the 17th, 2025. I looked over the minutes, made a couple of corrections to it, but I think it reflects the minutes of the meeting and the actions taken.
I make a motion, we approve as presented.
Motion was made by Ms. Reese. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion was seconded by Mr. Little to approve the minutes from the prior meeting. Any discussion? All of those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Moving to number 6, recognitions. Y'all have probably noticed in the last year that we kind of changed that around. Events that we try to have prior to the council meeting, and that way we have a chance to talk or let pictures be made, families to come and people to get out of here before they have to get stuck in the meeting, which we know they don't want to attend. So earlier tonight at 6 p.m., we had the promotion of Captain Troy Willcutt to chief, and I think we determined he's the 8th chief since 1959 to be here at the city. So, Chief, I know here we are in the Informal meeting, so on behalf of all of us, again, we congratulate you, and we look forward to your leadership and helping us. That's, police department's one of the largest portions of the budget, so not only we look for him to help keep the city safe and all, but we help, hopefully he keeps a good eye on the spending and that. And Troy has done us a good job, so thank you and congratulations. Also on the retirement of jailer dispatcher Jackie Cothran for over 20 years of service, and a former police sergeant, Kent Sellers, had served about 20 years with us, and he retired actually from Central Police Department this year, so we gave him a recognition for that also. So that moves us down to number 7, visitors. I don't think we had any visitors signed up listed on our agenda tonight, but we always open the floor to see if anyone has any comments that they want to make. We ask that if you come before the council for our records, we have to identify who the person is that makes comments, so please state your name and address and tell us what you may have that you'd like to speak with us about, and if we can answer it, we will. If we can't, we'll tell you we'll get back with you. With all that being said, the floor is open. Is there anyone that would like to come before us tonight? And we wouldn't want y'all to all stampede at the front at one time. Okay, well, if there is no visitors, I would like to point out we have Mr. Emmett Barnett from the Call News here, and he records so y'all can see, and he gets it pretty close to what we say most of the time, so we appreciate that. Tim, thank you. I see you've come in. I was going to mention it later on tonight, but the We Love Satsuma was a good success for some of you guys that put a lot of work into that. But you've also, Tim and his family has been helping Mr. Perry, who's been a tad under the weather here lately, but he's put the flags out. Spent many Sunday mornings and a couple of those trying to straighten these flags up. With this weather we've had has been hard keeping everything straight. But Tim, we appreciate you doing that. The flags look real nice and all. So, okay, if there are no visitors, we will move to number 8, reports and announcements from the mayor and council. I have a few things, but most of them are things just to advise the council and the citizens on what we're doing. Of course, the first thing is very sad. We did have one of the students from the school, Zoe Landrum, passed away. She had a very large funeral from the Baptist church this past Saturday, so if you see any of her family around, certainly express condolences. Also, I think Ms. Stone passed away last night, one of our longtime residents here. As I mentioned the last time, the I-65 service road and where we extended the paved area down past from South Oak to Regina has been completed, along with South Oak, North Oak. A small portion of Regina and North Oak was also finished. We got some rock to go down the CC Trail and taking the I-65 service road on down to near the S-curve. We did that along with the county grader this past Saturday, so hopefully that addressed the concerns of some of the citizens that we heard come up here before us at the last meeting or last couple of meetings. Been trying to work. This weather has got the sidewalks. The grass has been growing on some of them. We've had some people call in regarding that. Also, low-lying limbs, trying to run early in the morning or late at night. So we have been working, the street department has, on trying to clear some of those areas that we have had the complaints and the calls from. The new sidewalks that we're looking at putting on 4th Street and also those going down off of Juniper back toward the boat launch area where we're moving the sidewalk over off of the driving area. So we're trying to get the walkers and the bicycles, if we can, off of that. It's kind of dark through there, through the wooded area. So on that, we're moving this sidewalks up from where the flags are, if you can see them, up closer to the flag pole, hoping that will not affect the parking as much. And also on 4th Street, we're going to put them on the east side of 4th Street up to Orange Avenue instead of going through those yards. The residents over there asked us to do that, so we were able to get that worked on. Something we never thought we'd work on, sound systems. As y'all can hear, this one's up and down, and we have worked on it. We did check it earlier tonight, so hopefully those people who are watching it can hear us talk tonight. The sound system at the lodge, Jessica, if you'd like to expand on this, but apparently it's an older system that we're having to get parts from overseas, and we have had some problems doing that, but we do have it up and running for right now. So is that a fair statement? The new printer copier that we purchased, that we talked about at the last council meeting, was purchased. It should be delivered next week. I've already mentioned Tim, and thanks to Mr. Nolfi and Brent, of course, Mr. Little, several of the people from the Baptist church that helped with the We Love Satsuma. It was very nice. We thought it might be rained out, but rain held off, and had a pretty good crowd that came in there. So thanks to all of those people, employees and others that volunteered to help make that a good event. Remember, there is a fundraiser this coming up week for one of our citizens that's trying to get a kidney transplant. I think the lodge is having a cooking. Mr. Phillips, what days is that gonna be on this
They go
week?
sell ribs tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay. So maybe y'all make it by and help that also. Don't forget, our city cleanup day is coming July the 12th. I think that was 2 weeks from this past Saturday, or a week from this coming Saturday, and we will have, the trash ramp will be open as always on that day, and we will have also the shredded vehicle back behind City Hall here, and a vehicle, the same company that we had that took old computer screens, TVs, and et cetera, we had last year scheduled to be here. We'll have people to help unload those that bring it in. If some of those old TVs were quite heavy the last time we had this, but it was a big success. With city employees, we have at our department meeting on last past Friday, we discussed and we've looked. We think we have all the generators running. I say that because every time it seems like we get in a bind, one of them don't work. But as of right now, all the departments checked in as ready for, or being as prepared as possible in case of a hurricane. Tonight, because we had so much on and we got an executive session coming up, I didn't want to stop it, but I would like to discuss with the council and also the citizens if they have any input. We have just completed getting this water sewer project, which has taken a long time and a lot of money, on the west side of I-65, but we have a couple of other road projects that I would like to address with the council and see if we can perhaps get those things kicked off soon. The street lights that was discussed, we have got with Alabama Power, and after the meeting, I think Troy had a citizen call in on, was it Colony Trace over there? Is where we got an area that's dark. We looked at it, there is no street light, so putting one about halfway down it, I told him I did not think there'd be any objection from the council. That was a request that came in, and he said it was a needed street light. So I would like to make sure the council is aware that we went ahead and asked for that. So anybody have any problem with that, or everybody okay with it?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it, like, does Alabama Power pay for the light and pole, and then the homeowner pays for the light bill, the electricity?
If it's in a dark area, we pay for those. If it's a certain distance, it's a greater distance. And so I usually just send the police over to write up something, make sure we don't have that it would fit the criteria being, be a few hundred feet from the next one.
Okay.
The road curves is what it is, and they want to put one there at the curve.
'Cause I know in my neighborhood, if I wanted my light lit, I would have to pay for it or something like that. I don't know what the rule is.
Well, like in your neighborhood, at the intersection down past you, there's one, and also there's one in the curve coming up to it, so that's, that's.
Okay, so there's some that
That's
are
what
homeowner paid,
Right.
and then some are by the city. I
Right,
got you.
that's correct.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Just remember that the city election is being held on August the 26th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. It will be here at the City Hall. We are in the final quarter starting today of the fiscal year, so we are going to be hopefully looking over our financials. I will try to have some of that ready for you before the next council meeting, because we have already started our budget preparation for the next fiscal year. If there are any questions, I'll gladly take them. If not, we'll go on to our regular order, which will be followed up with Mr. Little and Public Services.
Mayor, in our senior services, we, with the bus, we made a total of 16 trips. Our van, we used it, total number of trips was 36. Number of clients that we serve on the Meals on Wheels is 40, and our number of meals delivered was 760. Over in the inspection department, we've got 36 permits that was received. We got open as of the end of last month, is 65 permits. Inspections, 42. Code violations, we had 11 of them, and we wrote 9 citations. And then over in the sanitation department, we always doing work on our sanitation trucks. Those trucks run hard. We put new tires on one of the trucks. We ordered new trash carts, and we exchanged and changed out a bunch of those. Knuckle boom, one of the trucks, we put a new AC compressor on. So we constantly doing stuff in that area there. And one thing I wanted to mention, and I guess I can do it now.
Sure.
With my time, but
Sure.
I'm concerned about on 43, turning off of 43 onto Maple, the area right there beside the Shell. I know when it rains a lot, that area is just a terrible situation right there with water holding in there. And I know we've talked about it before, looked at different things, but I really wish we could maybe, and I don't know if we could contact somebody with the state again, maybe to see if they could maybe help in that situation. But if not, you know, get some kind of plan to try to work that situation out right there, because I know I'm there a lot of times, and I'm telling you, there's some tore up undercarriages when they cross right there going into the Shell, and it's right in the middle of our city, and I think it would be a good thing to try to look at.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Okay, we will, we'll see if we can contact AlDOT and see if they have any solutions that they may have, and I'll try to let you know if we're able to make any. I know we can make contact with them. I'm not sure what, you know, our response will be, but.
And I think we have before, you know. but
Sure.
Okay. We've got to do something there.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Little. Now moving on to Mr. Butler with Public Safety. Mr. Butler?
Okay, on the fire department, the reports for June, the emergent medical calls was 40, fire-related calls 2, other calls, we had 21, water rescue 1, and calls for service 67. In the police department, the reports for June, the calls of service was 482, felony cases was 2, felony arrest was 0, misdemeanor cases was 57, misdemeanor arrest 28, traffic accidents was 6, traffic citations is 39, traffic warning citation 102, and calls for the service of May, we had 525 calls. So, you know, a lot of times need to know about this. You know, if you see these policemen going by the 43, if y'all see them pulling over, everybody don't get a ticket, you know, because we're getting warning citation was 102, and for citations was 39. So, you know, that helps to everybody for the cities in Satsuma. So that's all I have.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Butler. Moving from Mr. Butler to Mr. Skelton with administration. Jason?
The only thing I have, I'd like to, if it's okay with everyone, see if we could put the youth association teams that went to the state tournament, if we could put them on for the next agenda just to recognize them, if that's okay with everyone.
Sure. I
I'm
don't,
going to ask you to give a report of how it went. 'cause
So T-ball came in third, 8U came in second, and I'm not sure about 10.
yeah, all the boys did really good. I was sure hoping they could go on, pull it out. I think, didn't we lose final game? One of them I know was in overtime, like
They
11 or
went, 8U went 10 innings.
10 endings. I mean, we
So
lost it.
that's 2 games, basically.
Yeah, they did, and I think that's a really good idea. So if you can, would you take care of contacting them? Okay, thank you. Moving from administration to Parks and Recreation, Ms. Reese.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to thank Mr. McCain and his crew for all the work they've done in the parks. Looking at this memo, y'all been super busy, as always. And I know it doesn't slow down in the summertime, it just gets weedier. Is that a word? Weedier? Grassier? All the rain, all the grass. So thanks for everything that you guys do. Appreciate y'all. That's all.
Okay, yeah, those guys between rainstorms have been really busy trying to keep up, and they're doing the best they can. So, thank you, Ms. Reese. Moving to Public Works with Mr. Phillips.
Mayor, also Chris Bowden and Public Works has had a very busy 2 weeks working in between the rain, and I'm amazed how much work they did get done. Some of the actions we did over there on the service road, there were rocks put on it, several loads of rock. There was some put on the CC Trail. Repaired a sinkhole on North Oak. They cut grass throughout the city. We run the wood chipper throughout the city. Picked up the trash and off the boom truck. Cleaned the drains at First and Plateau. We removed the sand from the bridges on Baker. Weed eated throughout the city. We also took a backhoe and a box blade down the I-65 service road and worked on it. Installed the electronic speed signs on Ryle. Dug out the ditches on Juniper and Baldwin. Removed a tree from Valencia. Also cleaned out storm drains throughout the city. We also have made a little progress on the fire department's boathouse. Troy Ephraim said he is ready to apply for permits whenever we get ready. He's just sitting on go for the council to approve it. And Tom Breland's starting to do the drawings, and George is getting him some information on the site plans and stuff to happen there, so we are making some progress there. And I also like to emphasize again the fundraiser at Howard E. Blackwell Lodge for Wednesday and Thursday. That's for Lacey Glascott to do that kidney transplant. Y'all come out and help her if you can. That's all I got, Mayor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Phillips. If there's nothing else on reports and announcements, we will move to number 9, items for discussion and/or consideration. Number 8 is payment of the bills.
I make a motion to pay our bills in the amount of $69,100.24.
Second.
Motion was made by Mr. Skelton, seconded by Mr. Phillips to pay the bills in the amount of $69,100.24. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Okay, the last one is, the ladies in the office brought this to my attention, but this is discussion and consideration of amending the agreement for use of lights at our city ball fields. Jessica, would you like to tell them what the changes are that has been brought forth?
The only thing that changed is the ball field for a tournament. They need to pay a deposit fee because the park can be left in a disaster or we won't get keys back. So that's $100 deposit. That's the only thing on the whole agreement that's been changed.
Told her I didn't think there would be any problems with the council, because we did experience a little problem with that, so.
I'll make the
Okay.
motion to amend it.
I'll second.
Motion was made by Mr. Little, seconded by Mr. Butler to make the amended change to the agreement on the rental of our ball fields. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Okay. Well, I guess the following item, number 10, resolutions, ordinances, orders, and other businesses. There are 4 of us here tonight that this will affect, and I think Jessica's going to ask that we abstain if it's pertaining to our office when we do it. So I'm going to introduce Resolution 2025-07-01, which these resolutions come up every election, so I don't think we have to suspend the rules or anything, do we, Jay, regarding it, so we can bring forth. But we'll speed through this, but there were, I guess, 3 of us that were unchallenged, myself in the mayor's race, Mr. Little in place number 1, Mr. Skelton in place number 3. Ms. Reese did not seek reelection in place 4, and there was only one person, Ms. Presnall, that signed up for that. So these resolutions 1 through 4 are all related to that. So with that being said, the resolutions are in your back of the packet tonight. So resolution 25-07-01 would be regarding myself, the election of mayor. So,
Can we vote on them all at one time?
no, I think they have to be
No,
done
they're
individually, don't they?
They do, individual. All right. I'll put that in the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion was made by Mr. Phillips to approve Resolution 2025-07-01 regarding the mayor's position for the city of Satsuma for the upcoming term. Do I need to put anything further? I am after they vote. I was going to make. So all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, please let the record reflect that I abstain from voting on that. B, Resolution 2025-07-02, which is for the office of Place 1 regarding Mr. Little, who did not have a challenger.
I'll put
Make
that.
the motion.
Go ahead.
Motion made by Ms. Reese, seconded by Mr. Phillips, of the appointment for Mr. Little for the next upcoming term in that place. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
It showed that all voted in favor of it, with Mr. Little abstaining from the vote. Moving now to Resolution 2025-07-03. This will be election of Mr. Skelton for him to continue in place 3. He did not have opposition for the upcoming term from 2025, November 2025 until November of 2029.
I make the motion.
Second.
Motion was made by Ms. Reese, seconded by Mr. Little and Mr. Phillips. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Let it show that all voted in favor, with the exception of Mr. Skelton, who abstained. Now we'll move to Resolution 2025-07-04. That will be for the election of the office of Place 4, which only had one person, Ms. Presnall, Ms. Shirley Presnall.
I make the motion. Sorry. I didn't want anybody else to do it. I wanted to do it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Second.
Motion was made by Ms. Reese to appoint the Place 4 to Ms. Presnall for the upcoming term from November of 2025 to November of 2029. And it was seconded by Mr. Phillips, so a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Okay, congratulations
Asked if-
to all of
You didn't
y'all.
ask if there was any comment, questions
I
or
was going to say,
comments.
okay, well, if you'd like, we open the floor for any comments, or Ms.
I am
Presnall would like to say anything?
I'm so excited for Miss Presnall, and I couldn't be more honored to have somebody stepping in my place than I am to know that she'll be taking care of the city and doing a wonderful job, and I just wish you all the best. You're welcome.
Gentlemen, y'all have anything else to say?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank y'all
And
for
likewise.
continued confidence.
All right, thank you, Ms. Presnall. Do you want to say anything tonight, or we just want to hold off until the swearing in? Okay, you're welcome. That's a first.
Oh,
Okay,
you just wait. I'm sure she's getting ready.
okay, well, that went fast. E, ordinance 477-6 is amending the stop sign ordinance. Troy, would you like to brief the council on the changes made on the stop sign ordinance, and either you or Jay?
Yes, we had, discussed previously, making the, North Gate and Baldwin Road for the, intersection of four-way stop here.
Okay, obviously, there's been houses built, and we got some under construction in all those areas, and now that the roads are paved over there and the speed is picked up and the count is getting higher, we thought we needed to go ahead and get these street lights and these stop signs and a couple of new road signs over there to go into the area, so. Okay, well, those are the changes that was made to ordinance 477, which is an existing ordinance related to the stop signs in the city. You have any other questions related to the changes? I get a motion to adopt the changes.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Mr. Skelton, seconded by Mr. Phillips to approve the recommended changes that's been reviewed by the police department along with Jay, the attorney. There's no further discussions. I'll call it to a vote. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Okay, stop sign changes are there. Make sure that they're put up. Kind of look for help the street department make sure that they are right height and where they're clearly visible and all, please, when they go up. We have gone through all of the items on our agenda tonight. We're moving pretty fast. The final thing that we have, F, is an executive session. This will be related to a good name and character or possible litigation, so we will ask that to be an executive session. I understand that the time we will be needed would be somewhere in the 25 to 35-minute time period, and if I can get a motion, we'll have a roll call vote, and then we will retire. Y'all are welcome to stay, but we will probably just come back and adjourn the meeting when we come back out, and
Make a
So it'll be
motion to
over.
go in executive
Second.
session.
motion was made by Mr. Little, it was seconded by Ms. Reese. Can I get a roll call, please?
Councilmember Little?
Yes.
Councilmember Butler?
Yes.
Councilmember Skelton?
Yes.
Councilmember Reese?
Yes.
Councilmember Phillips?
Yes.
Mayor Barlow?
Yes, please let the record reflect that y'all voted for the executive session. Y'all have a good night, or we'll see you in about a half hour. Thank you. Thank you.
got a vote here, so.
It is 7:46, and I'll call the Satsuma City Council back to order. There was one thing that came up in our discussion going back. Jay recommended that we vote, do a roll call vote on the ordinance, which is ordinance 477-6. If I could I get a motion to do a roll call vote regarding ordinance 476, because it was introduced and voted on tonight without discussion?
So moved.
Motion was made by Mr. Skelton, it was seconded by Mr. Little. Can I get a roll call vote, please, Jessica?
Councilmember Little?
Yes.
Councilmember Butler?
Yes.
Councilmember Skelton?
Yes.
Councilmember Reese?
Yes.
Councilmember Phillips?
Yes.
Mayor Barlow?
Yes. Please let the record reflect that all voted yes on that, adopting 477.
No, we need to, because the other one's void, because we
Okay.
didn't do it, so you got to vote to adopt it.
Now, with the same two, make a motion to adopt ordinance 477.
I'll make a motion to adopt 477-6.
Motion made by Mr. Skelton and seconded by Mr. Phillips to adopt ordinance 477-6. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Let it show it passed unanimous. Is there any other business to come before the council prior to adjourning? If not, thank all of you for attending. Congratulations to the new winners, and y'all have a good night. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, we adjourn. Good night.